Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my review of Wonder Woman 1984, or as the kids are calling it lately, WW84. This, of course, is the sequel to the smash hit Wonder Woman, which came out in 2017. On a budget of about $150 million, it went on to make over $800 million at the box office, bearing the question, how long will it take for us to get a sequel ready? Well, the answer was not that long. It was actually supposed to come out last year, but unfortunately, the powers that be decided they didn't want to compete against this little movie last December called Star Wars. So then it was supposed to come out this past summer, COVID-19. So now it's coming out here at Christmas. So this is going to be a very exciting Christmas movie, which isn't necessarily meant for Christmas. But when you think about it, Die Hard, the original, came out in the summertime, and now it's a Christmas movie. So circle of life. Anyways, as far as this movie is concerned, the two main names that you need to remember are Gal Gadot, who of course plays Wonder Woman, and Patty Jenkins, who is of course the director. I bring that up because it is not often that you see a female director at the helm of such a huge project. This one now with a $200 million budget. When you go through the 23 films or so that put together the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there were no female directors. Patty Jenkins is basically shattering that ceiling and saying, hello, I'm over here, it can be done, so congrats to her. And not just the fact that she's a woman directing it, the fact that she's directing entertaining films. Now, as far as this movie is concerned, we are in 1984, although that being said, I'm a little disappointed. 1984 brought us Purple Rain from Prince, and I did not hear any Purple Rain mentions or songs playing in the background. Slight comment there. Nonetheless, very entertaining film. Of course, I don't want to give too much away in terms of plot points and that, because I know a lot of superhero fans hold that very close, and I respect that. What I will say is a couple of things. First of all, the opening sequence, which is available online, some of you may or may not have seen it. That's a new thing with Warner, where they're kind of like releasing the opening scenes of a film. You're seeing beautiful cinematography, and it's just so wonderfully shot, this opening sequence, which essentially comes down to this phenomenal obstacle race. And it just made me long for being able to see these types of films on the big screen. With all due respect to whatever home setup you have, nothing replicates being in the theater. Of course, not these days. So, as far as the film is concerned, you need a great villain to go with a great hero. While taking a break from The Mandalorian, enter Pedro Pascal, who plays Maxwell Lord. That name might ring a bell to a lot of you comic book fans. For myself, I'm not overly familiar with the Wonder Woman canon, but again, Maxwell Lord is your supervillain, and I think Pedro Pascal delivers a fantastic performance. His character is written, I think, that the way that a lot of good villains are written, in terms of looking at things from his point of view and garnering sympathy for him and for his plight. So well done there. Kristen Wiig also makes an appearance in this movie, and a lot of my female friends will be very happy to know that Chris Pine is also back. These aren't spoilers. These are things that are in the trailer. Overall, listen, it's very difficult to have, I think, superhero movies in terms of where the public is being threatened, especially when you're coming off of a film like Avengers Endgame, where half of the world got vanquished. How do you top half of the world, like 3/4 of the world getting vanquished? So there are plot points in this film that I guess the major threat to me wasn't as strong, but that's not what I was really captivated by. What I was captivated by in this movie is you've got some really big action sequences, which are fantastic, just what you would want in a superhero film. Gal Gadot absolutely carries this film. I love the fact that she is such a strong performer in this role. This is the type of role where I can see, like, going through like a toy store and wanting to get, that child in your life, like a Wonder Woman doll, because I can see the amount of excitement that's going to come from them. All that to say is she sells the franchise, and she does such a great job with it. I've been critical in the past of DC in terms of how they haven't been able to seem to pull the pieces together the way that their competitors over at Marvel have. And while I don't think that they've made great strides in that with this film, I will say that there is a post-credit scene that you are definitely going to want to check out. This is available on streaming services. It is also available, again, in select theaters, depending on what's going on in your neck of the woods and as it relates to restrictions. I definitely recommend this. Again, is it a Christmas movie? Of course not, but you're going to have the opportunity of seeing it on Christmas. I definitely recommend checking it out. Of all of the different vehicles that the DC universe has going on, I will say that I'm most intrigued with what they do with Wonder Woman. I think that although I've heard, you'll hear criticism of what they've done with Superman and what they're doing with Batman post Christopher Nolan. One thing that everybody seems to be on the same page with is that they're really doing a great job with Wonder Woman, and huge credit of that goes to Gal Gadot for her fantastic performance and the vision of Patty Jenkins. At the end of the day, I give this movie a B. I strongly recommend checking it out. You're going to be home most likely, so take the time and see it. If you have the chance to see WW84, Wonder Woman 1984, 84 with no Prince in it, by the way, let me know what you think. Again, I thought it was a very entertaining film. I think they did a really good job with it, and I think it's a nice distraction during these crazy times, so I hope you check it out. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. And until next time, I'll see you at the movies.